before we head into your reading, just an announcement. I officially launched my Patreon, so the link for that is below. It's $11.11 per month. I made it a really flat fee so everybody could be able to afford it. If you're not even able to afford a continuous subscription, you're at least able to check out the content for a month to see what you could learn, all of that good stuff. My Patreon will include exclusive information just for Patreon first. Let me just say that. But in addition to that, there will be collective readings posted to Patreon first. There will be new moon readings, full moon readings posted exclusively to Patreon, information on astrology, numerology, religion, all esoteric content that you've seen me post anywhere in spaces that are mine online. So whether Instagram, Twitter, all of that good stuff. So yeah, it's really just traveling the path to ascension together and having a personal space where we can have private discourse and things like that. So I invite you to learn with me through my Patreon link down below. You can find it down there. And if you want to book a personal reading with me, this information is also below. The reason why I made the Patreon was really because there are people who can't necessarily afford a personal reading and they still do want spiritual insights and spiritual knowledge. And so for those people, feel free to use that platform because it will give you the basics in really everything in traveling the spiritual path and the spiritual journey to your higher self. So with that said, let's get into your reading. We will be doing a 2021 reading for you to see what 2021 has in store and to see some of the things that you're kind of leaving behind in 2020, lessons, all of that good stuff. So let's get started. The first card is the Hangman, and it is what you are leaving behind. So the Hangman speaks about looking at something from another perspective, right? This is a man hanging from a living tree. He has an illumination around his head, and that just signifies looking at something from another perspective. Now, this can be very, very helpful to take a moment to pause to evaluate things, but staying in this energy can leave you feeling stuck. So what you're leaving behind may be feeling stuck with something. Tell me more about the Hangman, please. Tell me about the Hangman for Leos. Tell me about the Hangman for Leos. Tell me about the Hangman for Leos. Yeah, so I just got this too. Maybe something did not come out of that energy. Maybe something stayed stuck in that hangman energy. So you didn't experience a free energy flow, probably to see how things would manifest outside of that energy. It's clarified by the Knight of Wands and the Tower. So yeah, I just feel like you wanted to move ahead with something that you couldn't necessarily move ahead with because it's either a sudden event happened or there was a surprising change of events or a surprising circumstance or something. But there's something that you wanted to move ahead with. There's something that you wanted to take action on, but it could not manifest because it was stuck in the Hangman energy. And that's something that you're leaving behind in 2020. Sometimes we have to give ourselves closure, you know? All right, so what you're taking with you in 2021, I feel like you're in a very self-protective, guarded energy. You're in a very defensive energy. Tell me about the Seven of Wands. What is the Seven of Wands, please? Sorry if you hear construction noises. There's construction happening on the street adjacent to mine, so you're going to be hearing a lot of that. Tell me about the Seven of Wands. There's something that I feel like you're either blocking yourself from a person and you're taking that energy with you in 2021. So you're blocking yourself from this Empress energy that's coming up here. I don't know why though, but I feel like you're kind of defensive against a specific energy around you, and probably you have been for a while in 2020, and I see you taking that into 2021. Why is tell me about the Seven of Wands. Why is Leo being defensive? Why is Leo being defensive? Okay, somebody walked away from somebody else, or a situation randomly ended in two people walking away from each other, right? Now, for some reason, you're coming up here as being defensive. So I'm getting a sense here that this person walked away from you. But there was some kind of ending. Somebody was left to feel alone. And now as a result, somebody's feeling defensive. All right, cool. Let's go. So you're taking this energy with you in 2021, right? Let's see where this goes. All right, the biggest lesson for you in 2020 is coming up as the Nine of Pentacles and the World. And I feel like it's the same person that it's talking about here, because the Empress is, to me, this is Taurus or Libra, right? And then the Nine of Pentacles is also a Taurus. So I feel like you could be dealing with a Taurus, you could be dealing with a Libra, you could be just dealing with an Earth sign, right? I feel like there were major lessons that you learned, Leo, with closing out a cycle with someone. Or you didn't close out a cycle with this person and there were lessons there to be learned. Tell me about the World and the Nine of Pentacles. King of Swords. Okay, so I'm seeing here that you or someone else either closed out a cycle. Like, you learned a lot from someone in 2020. Let me just add that. But yeah, I feel like there was some kind of cycle that ended because someone cut someone out, or someone was brutally honest with the other person, or something of the sort. But something ended between, or you had to close a cycle in 2020 with a person. There's probably unfinished business. If there wasn't unfinished business, like, you learned how to actually close the cycle. But there's some kind of cycle that you had with someone here. Some kind of cycle. I feel like it was teaching you how to embody this King of Swords energy of speaking up for yourself, speaking your truth, whether or not somebody's gonna feel a way about it. You know, like, you have to speak your truth regardless. I feel like the lesson in 2020 was how to speak the truth, how to speak the truth honestly, boldly, without regard for repercussions. I mean, of course, you're going to be thinking about other people's feelings or whatever, but the King of Swords talks about a logical king, a king who is decisive, a king who is smart, a king who plans, a king who communicates his thoughts, because he's thought through situation. This is the king of intellect, and I feel like you were brought to school by the universe to learn some of the energies of the King of Swords. I actually want to read what the tarot books say about the King of Swords, because I want you to have a very, very good understanding. Because if this was a lesson that you were supposed to learn, I want you to have the best understanding of it possible. All right, so the King of Swords is an intellectual authority, stern and logical. He offers counsel based on superior knowledge and experience. So yeah, I feel like this kind of, this energy that you were in with this person, it kind of brought you, like, this is a lesson that you were supposed to learn, how to embody this decisive king, how to speak your mind, how to, you know, like, logically formulate your thoughts, speak your mind, all that good stuff. And then last year's big achievement is coming up as the Four of Swords. Now for me, to me this is coming up as the ability to carefully think and plan things through. I feel like in 2020, whether through this situation with this person that's coming up in your reading or through several different situations, I feel like you learned how to carefully plan things through, how to carefully think things through. One thing about fire signs is you guys have a lot of momentum because there's a lot of sudden, like, you know, you guys are very big on sudden inspiration, sudden momentum, but that moment, you can't think about fire, it can only last for so long. And that's why fire signs, that's why earth energy always grounds fire signs, or earth energy is there to kind of like teach fire signs more about this energy because they're teaching you longevity. Fire signs are great at being spontaneous, going off the whim, going with their immediate feelings and intuition and all of that good stuff. But there's another aspect of life, and there are certain situations that we just have to think things through. And I feel like 2020 brought in major lessons on that. Yeah, that's coming up as the biggest lesson. So tell me about this Four of Swords. Or the biggest achievement you learned to think things through. Yeah, so you're not stuck in the, oh, shoulda, woulda, coulda, I should have done that better, I could have done this, I could have done that. Yeah, I feel like your strength and what you really learned to embody in 2020 was, let me think this through before I end up with regrets, before I end up with me being in a place where I'm thinking of how many ways I could have done this differently. All right, next card. Your personal theme for 2021 is coming up as the Three of Cups. Tell me about the Three of Cups. The Three of Cups often speaks about celebration. It can speak about having a good time, friends, family, being around the safe, nestled feeling of that, being in good group dynamics with others. Just like, look at the energy of this card. Cheers, having a good time, wee-hee, woo-hoo. It's clarified by the King of Wands and the Ace of Swords. I feel like it's heading into a very celebratory year for you. It's a year of celebration. However, I feel like there's going to be a need for determination in this year. In order to celebrate, I feel like you're going to have to embody this King of Wands energy and be determined about pursuing the things that you want. Also, in your relationship dynamics, the theme for this year is I see you being painstakingly truthful with others. Like you are truthful, whether that be in your romantic relationships or whatever the case is. I feel like you'll be embracing honesty, clarity, truth in your relationships with other people. Something that obviously you were having a difficult time with before, because the biggest lesson for 2020 is coming up as the King of Swords, and we already spoke about communication there. But I feel like you will be very clear-headed with the people who you're associating yourself with. Very clear about what it is that you want with other people. And yeah, honesty is always the best policy. Tell me about this Ace of Swords. The Lovers. Yeah, you gotta be honest with the people you are in things with, man. Like, yeah. But yeah, I feel like you'll be very determined. Also, Leos. Some of you, the theme for 2021 is, I feel like whatever happened between you and this person, I'm getting here, if you didn't close out a cycle in 2020 with someone, your guides are forcing you to do that in 2021. If you had a truth to tell a person and you didn't tell them, you didn't get a chance to tell them, you didn't feel confident enough, like this King of Swords, to express your truth, I feel like you're finally going to be able to express that truth to that person or several people in 2021. Right? Yeah. Guidance for 2021 is coming up as a Fool, so I feel like there are definitely some brand new beginnings that's in store. Tell me about the Fool. Tell me about the Fool, please. The Fool talks about taking a leap of faith, right? You don't know how something is going to turn out, but you're taking the leap of faith because you have the utmost faith and trust in your spiritual team and your abilities and the journey, to know that everything will be taken care of on your behalf. Everything will be fine. You'll be guided to where you need to go. Alright, so I feel like you'll be taking a leap of faith. Tell me more about the Hierophant. What is the Hierophant? What is the Hierophant? What is the Hierophant here? What's the Hierophant here, please? Shit. The Hierophant is clarified by the Four of Wands. Now, if you read cards, if you read tarot, you know what that means. Some of you will be getting married in 2021, Leos. Or meeting the person who you're going to be married to. Or coming together with the person who you're going to be married to. Some of you will also be moving into a new home, I see. Yeah, you're being guided, and in 2021 that's just going to continue. But yeah, some of you are definitely heading into a place of commitment. If marriage is not your thing, I feel like you're heading into a higher level of commitment with your person, or the person who Spirit has in store for you in 2021. I'm not getting any new energy here. What I am getting is somebody who you already know. I don't know. I feel like it's a brand new beginning with somebody you already know. I feel like you're coming into a very stable place with somebody in 2021. And I feel like that's going to be the person, like the person who you're choosing to have a higher level of commitment with. Alright, so your cosmic superpower is coming up as the Knight of Cups. So in 2021, your superpower is going to be... The Knight of Cups talks about experiencing things and others from a heart space, right? Being so sincere in their emotions that sometimes it can even be illogical. But this person, when they say they love you, they mean that they love you. This is a strength. I feel like you've finally gotten to the point of your journey where you're able to offer true, like, you're able to tap into your heart space and offer true romance, true unconditional love, right? Tell me about the Knight of Cups. Your strength here is going to be leaning into your emotions, right? Knight of Cups clarified by the Four of Cups. Yeah. Yeah. Now, in 2021, I'm seeing a situation here where either you're going to be offering your cup to someone, or someone's going to be offering their cup to you. Tell me more about these Knight of Cups, Four of Cups. Tell me about what these Knight of Cups, Four of Cups. Emperor and the Four and the Nine of Swords. Yeah, so this is the thing. Leos, I feel like the Knight of Cups is you, right? I feel like you'll be offering your cup to someone and you're not gonna get the reaction that you want. And I feel like it's gonna be putting you in your head, but the message here is for you to step into the Emperor energy. Because the Knight of Cups, yes, maybe you've had difficulty tapping into your heart space before. So yes, now that you are in it, it's coming up as a strength for you. But I'm seeing here that this is really the energy that you need to be in, the Emperor. So graduating from a Knight to an Emperor. That journey is going to sometimes be difficult. Like sometimes you're going to meet people who you're overly identifying with your heart space or something. Yeah, this is what's going. Okay, I got it. So you're moving from a place of overly identifying with your heart space to one where you are now taking everything into consideration, right? So you're taking your heart space, your analytical mind, your logics, and you're bossing up. The Emperor is known to be the boss. This is the daddy of the zodiac, the daddy of the tarot. Also the King of Pentacles. I like to call him daddy too, but this is the daddy of the zodiac, of the tarot, and the Emperor is the person who governs, rules, authority, following guidelines, structure. So I feel like it's coming out of this space of overly identifying from your heart and more tapping into this boss energy of being a leader, tapping into your divine masculine self to offer things outside of just like, like a relationship is not just going to be built on how we feel, because feelings change every day. So yeah, it's graduating from this Knight of Cups energy. I feel like you'll be as 2021 goes through and we go through the year, I feel like you will be transforming from overly identifying with your emotions to more of a boss energy of the Emperor. And then how to align with your personal superpower is coming up as the Three of Swords and the Four of Pentacles. Now, with your personal superpower, right? You have the capacity to love. You are a Leo. Leos are the signs that rule love. Like, if a Leo loves you, they love you. But then remember, I just said you can overly identify with love, heart space, heart chakra. So in order to avoid grief, being taken advantage of, heartbreak, through overgiving, I feel like Spirit is saying here how you harness that superpower and that strength of your heart space that you're already good at is you hold back and know who to offer yourself and your love to. That's your reading. That's your reading, guys. So I hope this resonated with you. I think this is about to be a great year for you guys. I love the fact that the Tower font was clarified by the Four of Wands. I feel like some of you will definitely be getting married, or at least settling down, or just taking it a step further with your person, which is great. So if this reading resonated, let me know. You probably won't even know if it will resonate though, because 2021 has not come yet. So if it just sounds like it will resonate, remember to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Patreon's below, personal readings are below, everything you need from me is below. See you next time. Bye.